Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie, and I'm a full-time Elliott wave trader in the crypto and forex markets. Last week, my daughter dared me to wear a funny headband. I did it. And now she has made me this funny headband. So let me know in the comments what you think of the headbands. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin and ETH. In my prior videos, I have gone over the higher time frames and what I think that this move might be if we just dump down and don't continue upwards. So if you're interested in the higher perspective, take a look at my prior videos. This video is just going to be mostly on the lower time frames. So for those of you that are just tuning into my channel, I'm going to briefly go over what I am thinking is going on here. And we have a couple of options. This move here, I am calling an A, a B, and a C as a three-wave move, which can turn into this A that I have here, or it can turn into a W. I am looking at this move as a three-wave move, which we have come up high enough now that this can be called a B or an X. Now the labeling all depends on what we get down to the downside now. Do we just get a three-wave move? If we do, we call that Y. If we get a five-wave move, we call it C. And if we're really lucky, we will protect this low and create a higher low, which it would end up being a very bullish running flat. And then we would take off for the big fifth wave we're all looking for. This is one option of the way that this can play out. Another option is we have 3 to the downside, we get 3 to the upside, then we get 3 to the downside, and we start creating a triangle. A triangle can happen in the fourth wave. So basically we start contracting in threes and eventually break out to the upside. The last scenario is that we've let me get my pen back here. We create this 3. We do 3 to the downside, and depending on how deep this comes, maybe we fill this gap here. The blue boxes are the gaps. Depending on how deep we come is whether we can go up in 5 or we can go up in 3. And it would just make it more complex to where we have the 3. This all turns into 3. It would get us up higher for a B wave or an X wave. And then it all depends on how we come down, how it's labeled. So the higher we go up, the better. I say that in every video. The higher we go, the better. Okay, let's dig into this lower time frame move we have here. So I am looking at this move as a 1, a 2. This was all 3. This was a running flat in the middle for 4. And now we're completing 5. I feel we have one more hit to the high up here. For the fifth wave, we have a 1, a 2, a 3, an expanded flat for 4, And then now this is the final fifth of the fifth. As you can see, when I pull a fib extension from this low to this high to this low, the 2.236 is right here. When I project where this final fifth leg will go, it's coming in right at that 2.236. So I feel this is where we're going before we'll have a turnaround. Now, if we come up here and we make a fifth wave, and then we just correct, and then we start heading up again in 5 waves and correct, and we just keep heading up bullish, then somehow, some way, the correction ended here, and there's something that I'm missing. I don't see it here. I went into this lower time frame, dug into it down to the 5-minute. I'm pretty confident that as soon as we complete this 3-wave move, that we're going to get some kind of correction to the downside. But there's always a mega bull, and that would be it. That somehow I've missed something, and this ended here for our 4th, and now this whole move to the upside is the 5th. I'm not leaning that way, but there is a possibility of it. All right. So, don't believe there's anything else on Bitcoin that I want to say here. So let's move on over to ETH. ETH is the exact same thing. At the bottom down here, I am calling this either an A wave or a W. I still am under the impression that we have a 3-wave move going on here. We caught this move here in the Discord, this flat. We went long right here. I believe we have one more hit. Now there's a gap here, so we may fill it, we may not. Maybe we get an overextension. After this is complete, this will be a B or an X. And then depending on how we come down in 3, it will be a Y. If we come down in 5, it will be a C. So on Bitcoin, I remember what I wanted to say. I can kind of give you a projection on how low we could come based on it of if we stop here. If we do stop right here, the first area we need to watch out for is this 618. That would be ideal. If we're going to finish this in 3 waves, that would be the ideal spot to finish it because we would make that higher low. But the next projection down would be the 1-to-1 at 22,376, which we do have this little support zone here. The next projection would be the 1.236 at 18 18,469 on log, which puts us right in here into this support. And I really think that's as far down as we'll go. Like, this is worst case. Okay. Back over to ETH now that I remembered what I wanted to say. So with ETH, it's the same exact thing. If we stop here at the 2.236, and I am correct that we're going to get this partner leg to the downside from this partner leg over here. If we make it up to the 2.236, first area would be the 618 at 2058. That would be the best scenario because we would create the higher low, just like in Bitcoin. Next area would be the 1-to-1. And as you can see, we have this support in here. So if we were to break the 1-to-1, the next would be the 1.236. And we have a lot of support for ETH over here. We have all of this support. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of the headbands, and I will see you in the next one.